Okay, so in the last video we saw how to connect our PostgreSQL with our Spring Boot application. Now we'll see how we can create our first table in our PostgreSQL through our Spring Boot application. So as I told in the last video also, we need to create models in our Spring Boot application. Now each model represents a particular table in our database. So in our Java folder and in our package, I just delete this, we don't need it right now. So let's just delete it for now, the hello controller, because we are going to create our real controllers from now on. Okay, so first folder which you need to create is model. So you can go in the new and you can create a package, and then let's name this package as model. Okay, so model folder has been created. Now inside this I want to create a product model, so name it as product only. Obviously this is a class, so the first letter will be capital, so product class. Okay, we can add it to it, but yeah, let's add it later only. And don't worry about the code, I'll post the GitHub link in my description where you can see the code, but just understand the basic concepts here. Now see, for this to be acting as a model, we'll need to give it a particular annotation. See, product model, we need to give some annotation, right? Because the Spring Boot needs to understand that this is a model. So for that, the annotation name is model, right? So let's just name it model. So you can see there is no annotation here, correct? Because there is no annotation name model, it is entity. Remember, for our controllers also we give several annotations like REST controller, etc. And for our model, we need to give an annotation name entity. Now if you see here, there is a particular problem here. If you just hover on it, you can just see here, should have a primary key. So don't worry about it, we'll just solve it. So what it's saying is each model needs to have a primary key, correct? In our table we need to have a primary key, if you remember the SQL things. So here also we need a primary key, so let's just name it as private. I'm keeping it private because I don't want it anywhere outside, I want it within a product class only. So private, I could give it a int, or I could even give a long if we have several products, and then just name it as ID. But see, we are going to have several models, so just name it something related to product only, so product ID. Okay, but we are still getting an error. If we see here, it is giving the same error. This is because for the Spring Boot to understand this is a primary key, we need to give an annotation name ID. So it's a capital one. It comes from the Jakarta percentage. If you remember, we did the JPA dependency. From there we get the ID entity. So now the error has been gone. After this, we can mention several things which a product can have. Obviously, you know Java, we can mention several properties this product model can have. So some properties which it can have is, again, it is until IJ is suggesting me something. So let's just take it. So it must have a product name. Then it must have a product description, correct? Then it must have a private string. It has to be a brand, right? It is from a particular brand, so let's just name it as product brand. After that, we'll need the price of the product. So private, okay, so the price can be int, long, but if you remember, it can be decimals also, right? So let's just name it as double product price. After that, we'll need a discount price, and for the discount price we need a discount percent. So private, again give it a double only, discount percent, sorry, discount percent, and then we can give a private double discount. I hope the spelling is right. Discount price. Okay, what more things? See, I'm going to create the model completely here because if you remember in our project, if you come to, let's just search something. So let's say men. Okay, if you click on it, see there are several filters here, correct? And we need to have these properties in our class because we need to filter later. So I'm going to create the entity here, and it's simple. If you see here, till now we have created several properties here, but we need to create more. So what will they be? So first of all, it will have a main category, that is either it is a top where or bottom where. So main category. After that, a subcategory, but I'll just name it as category on private string category. After that, we need a private boolean is plus size. This is a feature of clothing, and then again whether it is a customizable or not. So private boolean is customizable. Okay, so I think the spelling is correct. It's customizable. Okay, don't give it a predefined type, give it as a wrapper class. So boolean, another boolean. Okay, after this, what more? Obviously, we can give several more things here. Let's say we give it an offer. Okay, we need an offer text, right? I just remembered we need an offer text here. This one. So let's create that too. So just give some space to just clarify it a bit. Private thing offer text. Okay. But we don't just need to have an offer text, we need it to be working, right? So for this we need some more things here, right? With it we need some more things which can be private. Okay, so this will be an integer. Okay, let us next line, private integer, and it's nothing but, okay, see, if in our offer text we need to understand how many products are in offer, like whether there are two products, whether there are three products, because in our order section, suppose we order two similar things or two products having same offer text. So we need to combine them and then give the original price as 999 only. So for that we need this particular count. So just create that variable. So private integer, what can we name it? First of all, create for conditional rendering, that is private boolean, whether this product has a combo offer or not. Okay, and then create private let's say integer, what is the quantity for the combo offer to be applicable. So combo quantity, something like this, and create. After that we need something named private combo price. Okay, so this is an integer definitely, so let's just, okay, it can be double, the price can be double. Combo price, for example, for the t-shirts it was 999, so we need to store that, right? Okay, spelling mistake, sorry for that. Private double combo price. What more? Just think about it. See, we can store something named as recent purchase, because we are showing how many recent purchases are there, and we can handle that later because someone orders it, then we need to basically increment this value, right? And this helps the users to understand how many people bought it, whether it is reliable or not, something like this. So let's say private integer. Okay, we can name it as recent purchases. Recent purchases. What more? We can name, okay, so this is okay, and we need something for rating, right? We need it for rating, so we'll just create that also. Each product is rating, right? So rating can be decimal, so private double average rating. After that we need total reviews, how many reviews were given for this particular product. So private, this can be integer, total reviews. Okay, what more? We are going several things, but we can give certain more things for better filtering, right? So that can be, okay, before that, if you see in our e-commerce website, wherever we go, we need to first check whether the product is available or not. For example, if the quantity is there or not in our stock, that is, we need to check the inventory. So we need to create some certain variables for this. So private integer total stock, we can update this basically, whether when someone orders, then we just need to decrement this value. It can be easily handled. Then yeah, we can also do private integer sold count, but yeah, we don't need it because we already have recent purchases. Or let's just create one more private integer sold count, because see, when user buys it will get incremented, but suppose if a user buys two product of this, then we need to maintain this, right? Because it will only increment it once whenever user buys. Suppose he buys two products, two t-shirts, then the sold count will be different from it. So basically we are getting different variable for it. And then we also need to check whether it is active or not, whether the product is available or not. So I'll just create it for active conditional rendering in our front end. It will make it be better. Okay, then if you go to several websites, there is some merchandise, right? For example, there is some official Marvel merchandise, etc., of a particular product, which makes the product more attractive. So we need it here. So private, first we need to check whether it is of a particular merchandise or not. So private boolean is official merchandise. I'm getting so many variables because I want to make my product beautiful. So it depends on you. You can create as many as you want. You can create less, but then obviously the product might change for you, and you can even create more. It depends on you. We need to create the license info for this. Example, is it of a Marvel, or is it of a DC, or something as Harry Potter, etc. So license info, for string only. So license info done. Now what more? Okay, for products we need to maintain whether it is free shipping or whether there is some certain charges. So again we need to create a boolean is free shipping available. Let's say something like this, is free shipping available, or better, let's say eligible, right? Eligible. Okay, better. Then after how many days we can return this product. So for that we need to create private integer, and then we can write something like return policy date or days, something like we can return this product in 15 days, or we cannot return this product, so 0 days, etc., something different. Okay, and whether this product can be exchanged or not. So for that also we need to create another variable. See, this might look a little longer for you, but yeah, obviously for better filters and for good project, you need to create some variables here, and it is easy. You do not need to do a lot of things. I'll just mention the variables. After that, obviously you can create a slug, that is for search engine optimization. There's a certain slug for each product, so you can just write a slug. What more? If you think about it, when was the product created and when was the product updated? So for that we need to make private. Now the return type of this will be, sorry, not the return type, the data type of this will be local date time. So if we just go here, we can access it local date time. Okay, then let's just name just created at and then updated at, two variables there. After that I think it's enough, but yeah, now some certain important things here. We need some certain enums. I hope you know what are enums. in Java, they are basically nothing but what? Predefined things, some certain predefined things there. Now see, we are not mentioning this product whether till now whether it is of male or female. Also, we are not mentioned several things like the design type of this, the sleeve type, the neck type, etc. And from front end, I don't want the admin to put any things in this fields. I want some certain fields, I want some certain restrictions on this particular field. So for that, what we can do is create enums. So I just make a new folder here. Obviously I can create it here. Further ahead we are going to create several more models. It will become confusing, so just create a new package and don't name it enum, because there is already something as enum in our Java present. So enums. Okay, now in enums we need to create several enums. So I'll just stop this video for now and I'll just show you what enums I have created. Several files here. Now obviously how to create this, you can just go click new, and in the Java class only, if you see there's a type name enum by which you can create several enums. Now how many I have created here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So if I come to a particular age group, so if you see there are several types which are mentioned here, correct? Obviously just name is just Shopify. Again, Shopify. This error is occurring because I copied it from our previous project, and there is nothing, no such thing as left here. You can just also copy it from the GitHub only. So what is basically mentioned here is all the types which are available in our age group. So kids, teens, adults, and all. And if you even come back to our front end, and just go to search something here. Let's say Wakanda, and then within the age group, if you come here, you can see the same types here. So I hope just create strict restrictions on what values can a certain thing can have. Again, for design type, there are several values here, and just change this value from area. Okay, you do not need to write the package name on its own, it comes on its own when you create the enum, so no worry about that. Similarly for the fit type, several types here. Then for gender, there is men, women, boys, girls, unisex. For neck type, again several different types. And then for occasion, so there can be different occasions, for example casual wear, a party or a wedding, or even a sports, different types. Okay, you can just copy it from our GitHub link. Okay, so I'll just close everything here for now, lot of tabs. Now I can just come back to my product, and I need to add all this, correct? Because I just created them, I have not added it here for now, till now. So what I'll do here is just go on and create the variables. So how many were there? There were total 6, correct? Now how can I create them? See, first of all, okay, we have created several values. Okay, so I'll come back to my product back again. Now there is some one field that is missing here, so just write it that. So we'll need to add the material, correct? Because we are not included it till now. So private string material, like it is 100% cotton or anything, wool, fabric, etc. So private string material to store it. Now let's just go back to our enums. So we have created all the enums here. Now we need to use them here. So how can we use them? First of all, use an annotation name enumerated type. So it basically means that we are using this particular type here. So enumerated, and then within that we need to mention the type of those values which are stored in the enums. So for example, this values here, how do we need to store them in our database? So we need to store them as a string, correct? So you need to mention something then enum type. I'll show you enum type dot string. You can see here, and then there is simple thing here. Just write private. After that, what we need to write is the name of the enum. So for example, first of all, I create it for age group example. So private age group. Now it in Intel IGID, it will just recommend, just click on it, it will import it on its own. If you come up, you can see here present in the package name Shopify.Shopify, then it is the enums folder, then there is the enum age group, and then this is our data type. Okay, after that you can give the name, for example the targeted age group. Okay, so I have pasted all the enums here. Obviously there is an import issue because I have not imported it till now. So just go on each and then just import the class, and similarly for all others, import dot class. Okay, all things solved. Now this here we have created for age group, gender, fit type, neck type, I think we have created for all, and that is enough for the product plus. Obviously we can add something if it has left. Now there is an important thing here, that is how to calculate some certain things. For example, if you come up, if you see, the admin from the front end will mention the product price and the discount percent, but he does not need to mention the discount price. We need to calculate it, right? Well, for example, if he is mentioning the product price as 1000 and discount percent as 50% example, then the discount price should be 500, correct? But he does not need to mention it from front end. We need to calculate it on its own. So for that we need to create a certain function. Okay, so how to create this particular function which will calculate our discount price automatically. So for that we need to use two annotations here, persist. Okay, so from the Jakarta.person we need the persist and so need the pre. What these two means is first calculate discount price and then insert the value in our table, which is basically we need to first calculate the value and then insert it on our table. So let's just create a simple function, and now this function should not return anything. It is basically for calculation. So public void, let's name it as calculate discount price because we are going to do that only. So discount price. Okay. Now here see if the discount price is not equal to null, discount price is not equal to no, sorry, not equal to null, and also product price is not equal to null, right? Because both of these should not be equal to null, then only we are going to calculate a value, right? So what we need to do is for this particular object to access the variable, we just need to do discount price is equal to, it will be equal to product price, correct, minus, now see product price into discount percent. I hope you understand this formula basically, because the discount percent will be applied on the product price only, and then this value will be separated from the original price to get our discount price. And if this both are null, then what we will do is just get the other function which is else, we'll just set the discount price as product price only, that is the same price only. Okay, after that what we need to do here is we need to update timestamps, correct? See now these two values here which is created and updated, this should come automatically, the user should not give this, we should calculate this and put it on our own. So for that let's just create an object of local date time, and it will give me a current date time. So local date time, not using the function dot now, we can get a create certain current local date time, and then we just need to set this value. So if let's do some certain checking here, this dot created at is equal null, then we need to set it as now. And similarly now see we are already updating the value at discount percent, so this dot updated now should be directly set to now only. After that we need to generate a slug. Now see I mentioned the slug is for search engine optimization, so let's generate a slug here. So we need to create a function for this. Again some checking should be done here. If this dot slug is equal to null, or another condition should be this dot slug is empty, right? This dot slug dot is empty, this also is empty, then we need to create the slug. I am not going to write the function here because the previous set bigger function, so create a new function that's generate slug, something like this. Okay, after that what we will need more is, yeah, that is enough. Then we need to create the function name slug. So private, this should return string, right? Because the slug was string type, so private string generate slug. Now this will be generated from the product name only. So if product name is equal to null, okay, so product name should not be equal to null, because then only we are going to generate the slug, right? So not equal to null. So what we are going to do here is we are going to return product name. Now everything should be in lowercase in the slug. After that we need to apply another function, that is replace all. What we're going to replace, that I'm going to write a certain regular expression here, and obviously we see here the Intel ID is directly giving me it, so I can just press tab here, and some another function that I'm going to apply is replace all. I want to replace all the numbers also here, so replace all, and what I'm going to replace here is create a regular expression // else plus, and then again this one, this should be replaced by the spaces should be replaced by dash. Okay, this should work properly. And what is the error here is, okay, mention something here, missing return statement. Okay, I am not returning something because see this is a conditional, right? What if this condition is not satisfied? So we need to return something, right? So just return an empty string. Okay, so this is properly working. Now I'll just go and return this application, and I'll show you what happens here. Now see, these are some certain conditions, right? So there will be restrictions or the constraints, unique constraints will be created in our tables. So if you see here, each particular property is nothing but a call database. Okay, I'll just show you that. Let it run first of all. I hope there is no error here. Okay, Tomcat server started on port 881. So we have created this model has been created, but where can we see this table? So come back to our PG admin. So now PG admin. Okay, there you go. Within the servers, if you go, okay, it is loading here, loading. Okay, which one was our Shopify, correct? And yeah, so if you see here, you will see here there is no table created here now. Why? The reason is because we are not created a repository. See, to interact with database, we need to create a repository. Model is nothing but a table only, but we are not interacted with the database till now. So what we'll need to do is create a repository of this, which will be created in our next video. For now, I hope you understood how to create a particular model. Similarly, we are going to create user models, then cart item, wish list, etc. Different types of models will be created. Also for variants, color variants, etc. And if you see here, this product model is not completed till now, because in our project, if you go in a particular product, we have colors, we have sizes, we have images, all this has to be included till now. I think we have included all other things till now, and we have also not included the reviews section. For each product there is a different review section, correct? So all need to this to be done, but this will be done after we create our product repository. So in the next video we'll work on the repository and understand how the repository is created.